So tell me a little bit about how we're doing.
We're doing good. It feels like the tides have turned. Last week was really tough, but this week, people have come out in full force, and our volunteers have been awesome. We've been hitting the streets every day, hitting phones every day. Our HQ team is lovely. they come in and have a really good time. So yeah, things have turned around, and I think we're ready. We're ready for the last week, the final push. People are coming out of the woodwork, ready to come and help out and get the No Tankers message out there.
Should I say who I am? I'm Charles. I used to work at Dogwood, and now I'm volunteering for you guys on this tanker campaign. I guess I just care so much about the tanker issue. I mean, I just don't want to see our coast spoiled by an oil spill, and this seems such a crucial time for the issue. The federal election, I mean, we were so close to getting that private members bill passed earlier, and now with the federal election call, that's all up in the air again. And if the Conservative get a majority, I mean, that's such a huge setback for the campaign when we're almost at the point of winning it. We're coming up a couple of days on the anniversary of the BP oil spill. We can see what kind of devastation an oil spill has to a place, and I don't know, I just get angry when people can't be bothered to vote for that, to vote for protecting our coast from that stuff. I know I shouldn't be saying I get angry, but honestly, it's just such an important issue. It's kind of life or death for our coast, and that's worth voting for.
I want to know how you feel, the NDP feel, about the oil tankers on our BC coast.
Thank you very much for the question. As many of you know, I was the first councillor in British Columbia to bring forward a motion calling for our council to ask for a ban for tanker traffic on the north coast. That resolution was passed and went forward to the UBCM, where it was also endorsed province-wide by municipalities. Because municipalities know two things. One, that we have a large number of jobs in our communities who depend on the clean waters. Fisheries jobs, recreation jobs, tourism jobs. So when someone tells you it's about jobs, ask them which jobs they're talking about. It's those important jobs in our communities that exist now. And the second reason is that there's no capacity on this coast whatsoever to clean up spills. So when there's a spill, it'll be you and me and our neighbors down on the beach with buckets and mops trying to clean it up. And I want to prevent that from happening by a ban on the tanker traffic on the north coast.
Chunk. Yeah. We put out a request for some money to do some telephone town halls, and we raised it with like $5,800 in basically 48 hours.
Ow!
We've got people from Haida Gwaii ready to start making some phone calls into North Vancouver and Esquimalt-Juan de Fuca. People from Smithers and Prince Rupert are now helping us make some phone calls. We had our first door-to-door shift yesterday in Esquimalt-Juan de Fuca, which went awesome. I think I totaled it up, we talked to about 115 people. We had 115 live conversations with people, and things went generally really well.
So, how did that go? Pretty good. Yeah, he's concerned about oil tankers on the coast. He's, like many Canadians, is a little bit reluctant to indicate how he's going to vote, but he said he would consider it. He took the information.
Well, that went all right. She's undecided, but she is now aware of who her candidates are, as she really wasn't that informed. And so hopefully we were able to make a difference with her vote by sharing our information with her today.
One of these amazing, beautiful ones, actually.
My name's Darlene.
And how come you're down here today?
Well, I'm here because the coast and the seashore and living from the sea, it's just really important to me. I grew up on Salt Spring in the 50s and the 60s. My father and uncles were commercial fishermen. I just can't imagine us even taking the chance to ruin any of our coastline.
And if you could give a message to people that don't even know if they're going to vote,
I think that they should vote for candidates who are for keeping tankers off the coast. I think they should be thinking of their children and their grandchildren and future generations.
At the end of the day, I just want people to vote. Our voter turnout is shameful. It's an embarrassment. You know, people in other parts of the world lay down their lives for the ability to vote, and Canadians don't vote when we have the opportunity to. So when I say that we want to get out the vote, it's like we're asking people to, you know, think about their day on May 2nd. What are you going to be doing? Where, you know, will you be voting before or after work? When are you going to fit it into your schedule? Because, yeah, that sort of line, I just didn't find the time in my day. It's just not acceptable. It's easy peasy. Get it done.